Hey everybody, my name is Vins Taylor. I'm a professional bodybuilder, retired from the IFBB. I've been known as a legend of bodybuilding with multiple contest victories, more than 22 world titles. Being in professional bodybuilding for over 29 years, I learned a thing or two about being in shape and conditioning and training for longevity and life. So what I do now is create ways to help you guys feel a sense of power to create and make sure that your bodies are built to maintain for a long time. Everybody needs to work out. Everybody needs to think about getting older, okay? And you gotta be healthy. So being healthy means taking care of your body. It's almost like an old car. You wanna take care of that car for as long as you can by training it and also training your body. What I was able to do was to think, everybody likes to train, but don't everybody like to put a lot of time into training. So I've said that training must change. You've got to find a new way to get people to work on their bodies from any age, from 8 to 80. So you have to be able to find something that works for you and be something different than what you do today. Typical bodybuilding training, or should I say typical training for anybody, starts in the gym, and you're going to be using mostly barbells and dumbbells. Now your barbells and your dumbbells are nothing new, but they have a certain name to them. They're called dumbbells. My new creation and my new style of training consists of something I invented called smart grips. Now, the smart grips are a new idea, but simply a training handle. This is designed to be used in your hand, unlike any other barbell or dumbbell you're going to pick up. This is totally new and totally interesting. Smart training. Smart training for me is called precision training. Now, the exercises that I have come up with to do precision training means this. The training that we're talking about today is called joint rotation and recoil training principle. Okay, that is simply like throwing a punch and recoiling a punch. Joint rotation and recoil. The concept of my training is to use lightweight resistance. I don't need people to think that you have to go to the gym and lift up heavy weights just to be in condition and to grow and build muscle. You have to look at the new side, lightweight contraction, lightweight resistance training. What I found as far as the difference between my type of training and using, for example, explaining the hand grips, is a barbell and a smart grip needs to be trained totally different. Your barbell, you're making a fist. You're grabbing the bar. The hands wrap around the bar, and instantly you contract the muscles in the forearms. So when you target any muscle, for example, the biceps or the shoulders, the chest, the back, once you grab the barbell and you make that contraction exercise happen, what you're doing is asking this muscle to become the most powerful muscle in the movement. The purpose of my training is to isolate the muscle that you're trying to change, okay, without having the forearms help you lift the weight. This is where the precision balls come in. This is the training precision ball that we use, and you do not have to make a fist when you're training. You have to keep your hand open. One of the exercises that we do with the grips are the tricep push down, standard tricep push down exercise. We're working the tricep muscle, as you can see. Notice the grip, the hand is closed, the forearm muscles are activated. Now, that's our standard exercise. This is going to contract all 3 heads of the tricep muscle because she's doing the fist. The precision ball and the Vins Taylor grip doing the exact same exercise for the exact same muscle. Notice Via is using it between the fingers. By using it between the fingers, she can isolate this muscle alone. The fist allows all 3 of the muscles to work at the same time. The isolation grip, the power ball, Vins Taylor grip, allows you to isolate one muscle. Next, we're going to put the ball between the middle finger. During the same exercise, the resistance has now shifted from this muscle to this muscle. That's by positioning the ball between each finger. Isolation, contraction. Now, we change finger positions. We've also changed the resistance. The resistance now is going to be on the inner head of the tricep. So what we've been able to do is to totally isolate every single muscle in the tricep. You can't do that with this grip. The secret to this power ball is to take the power from the forearm. When you close the fist, you activate forearm muscles, and when you open the fist, the forearm muscle is not activated. So when she's doing the same exercise, now the forearm is working almost 90% by itself without the help of the forearm. That's the benefit of utilizing the open grip. This creates more stimulation to each muscle for isolation training. Let's take another look at this exercise. Do it one more time and go between the fingers. And when she's training, what we'll be doing in this type of training, repetitions will be done, 10 repetitions between each finger, so we can make sure we're training each separate tricep head. Notice we're only using one plate. With the grip, every way, it is extremely hard, it's heavy, because the tricep muscle is working alone. The forearm is not helping. So when utilizing my grips on any exercise, as long as you hold the palm, for example, open, in that fashion, then you don't have the forearm helping, so every muscle has to work by itself. Now, I myself will use exactly the same motion and will use exactly the same weight. Lightweight resistance training, maximum muscle stimulation. Tricep exercising, finger position, outer finger, outside head. This is where she's working. And now that we change the position of the finger to the middle, we're concentrating and isolating the bottom of the tricep muscle, okay? Now, you've never trained your muscle like that. Your hand may not be strong like that. The benefit of this type of training, you exercise and you strengthen the hand and the fist as well. Now, a lot of people ask, well, maybe I don't want to train with just one weight plate. I want to train heavier. So in order to make that happen and make it safe and easy to do, we created the dual ball training handle, okay? This will simply allow to train heavier if necessary. The whole idea of this concept is lightweight resistance, lightweight for maximum contraction. Now still, the normal weight that she would probably train with, let's just say 30 kilos. Right now, she will only be able to do 10 kilos or 5 and get the same effect. Now, in this tricep exercise, and by utilizing the ball between two fingers at the same time, I want you to think of now training, turn to the side, training two muscles at the same time. Before we went one, I call them zones. One zone trains the outer head, okay? The two balls will train two muscles at the same time, depending where you place the ball. Here's the example right here. When you have it in these two fingers, my mind is isolating the outside head of the tricep, okay? The outside head, let me find it first. This one and the middle by changing in this position. When I take it and flip it over to this one, okay? Now I'm still training the middle, and now I'm training the inside. So what I've done is went from 1, 2, 3 different muscles, 2 at a time rather than single. Option, train single, train heavier, train double. Now remember, this is all about placing resistance to a selected muscle. It's precision training. Target one muscle, train one muscle. You have options with the precision ball. Because you have to understand, what makes the muscle respond is stimulation through contraction, not only weight resistance. The beauty of this is that every exercise you are going to use, every training motion that you use, isolate that muscle. Lightweight, maximum stimulation. Now, let me show you what we do with the bicep. She's going to do the typical bicep curl for the bicep muscle. Now, when you're training for shape of a muscle, we train different angles. The resistance now is training the top portion of the bicep, the very top, at this angle. But once again, with the bicep has two heads, okay, two muscles split. This way, you're training both heads together the same time, maximum contraction. Now, when she's doing in that position, this outside finger is creating the resistance in her bicep on the outer head because she has it in this finger You can feel it over here on this outer head of her bicep by utilizing this position. Think about that. The muscle is now being trained separate sections. By placing the ball in the middle finger, you will feel the resistance down the middle of the bicep. It moves over. Two more. This is heavy. This is one plate. But because the forearm is not helping, this muscle is working 100% by itself. This puts you in control of training your muscle. Think of your muscle like sections. Section 1, Section 2, Section 3. Not just one round ball. See, what we were able to do was to divide her muscle by training this side, the middle, and this side of the bicep. By switching between the fingers. That's the control you have. That's important because you have now created a way to fully contract the muscle, mostly by itself. The muscle's working alone without any help here. So now the power is generated only from the bicep. So this is important, like I said, when you want to, first of all, understand how your bicep is designed, how it looks, what happens when you train it. The purpose of heavy training is maximum stimulation. So what we're trying to get you to understand, you don't have to create power all the time to get a healthy, fully contracted muscle. Let your mind and muscle work together. Your mind stimulates the muscle, sends the electricity into the muscle, not the weight. The mind does the work first. Understand that. So when we say precision training, what we're actually talking about is controlling how your muscle contracts. Because the end effect of any weight training is muscle contraction. Understanding the difference of training with a barbell and a dumbbell. Here, with a barbell, you're powerful, right? But with these, you don't need the power. You need the contraction. That's what makes your muscle grow. Contraction, healthy contraction. Upper back motion. 100%, 90% all back muscle, no forearm. The beauty of this is the back is working. Only the back is working 90%. Another back exercise, I would not use, for example, exercises like the back. You know, this is the perfect natural grip. You can do the same thing by doing the finger positions. Can be here like a such or like this. You never hold these wrong. It's never wrong. It's always going to affect the muscle that you're training. It's just remember, if you're thinking 3 zones, you're going to train 2 of the 3 zones. If it's this way, you train everything, all right? Again, now you're training 2. So the natural grip that's similar almost to that handle is this grip, the full claw. This is the position you have to stay in. We don't want this. And we don't want to see, when you're doing a curling action, for example, that's here. You curl, always. It has to be flat. If this is flat, that means this is loose. If you do this to do this, now you have this again. When you pull this way, this is wrong. This should be that. Okay? It always has to be this. Always. Like a pizza. Out. Pull it in, squeeze, pizza. Keep it flat, okay? That's the normal curling weight. Now we're gonna do the same weight, the same power, okay? Now we're gonna change this and we're gonna use this one. Same thing I want you to do. Now the difference is you have to relax the wrist. All the time the wrist stays, it goes from here, turn it over to this position, up to the pizza. Now, up the top, it's gotta be flat. That's a little better. Now, the weight resistance involved in doing that, he doesn't even have to do that much weight. There we go. That's it. Now pull. Total difference. Yeah. One plate. All right. Now let's do it. In fact, let's take it off. Same exercise. Relax it. Now contract. Maximum stimulation. Okay. One plate. Shoulder exercise. I do my shoulders exactly the same way. Grips are not my here like this here. Palm is this way, that way. But this is what I do for my shoulders. I change the shoulder movement. I go with this exercise here, okay? I go like this. Side delt. I'm going from here to here. That's it. That's the new shoulder exercise. Rotate the hand. This is called rocking the baby. Okay, rock the baby. Why? Rear lateral, side lateral, right there. Right, that's all I need. Pure shoulder. Or I turn it this way, same thing. That's it, that movement. Try it out. I'm gonna put some weight on here for you. No. You need some weight. Here you go. Okay, don't come up. I want you to stay right here. Hands right here, and just bring it across. Now normally, if I had the adjustable, I would put this would be coming across here. So you can stand and it'd be a straight line, and you go like that. Because it's coming from the bottom, it's an angle. Just like that. Just, yeah, this is one motion, or turn it that way, inside. Because the thing is, you don't need heavy weight. Rear delt. Okay, rear delt. But it's more effective. Okay, it's more effective if the cable was here. So it comes right across the body, right? That's more effective. But because we cannot adjust it, that's the only difference. But yeah, that's what I do for shoulders. And you only need one plate. One plate does the job because you get maximum stimulation. One plate. All the other shoulder exercises, front laterals, the same way. I do these, same thing. Cable crossovers for the rear delt. You're doing the same crosses. Love it that way. You're doing that one, and you're pulling it back. Rear deltoid. Or I do my rear delt like this. Stand here and just pop it. That's it. Rear delt. Right there. Yeah, with rotation. Rotate, pull back. Easy. It's because you have more functional training motion. That's what it's all about, more functional training. And you don't think about having to push heavy weight, lightweight, maximum stimulation, maximum, okay? That's important. The difference is when you do the chest exercise with this, you know what I mean? You're gonna do this, you're gonna get the tricep, okay? Your forearm's gonna be into play because you come across and you do this, power. My exercise, the palm is open, they stay open. You come across the chest, that way. That's it. I don't want this. This is wrong. This should never happen. Never. It's always that. Always that. Okay? Got it? Because naturally, when you train chest, everybody knows with this one, the power, it's right here. It's all this. It's power. You're training the chest. The power is here. Take the power out of there, but still train the chest. First thing we do is contraction of the chest. Chest is contracted. Right now, this is the only exercise necessary. From here, contract. That's chest training. This, now is arms. From here to here is arms. The chest is trained from here to here. That's it. Full contraction. Squeeze your contraction. That way. Do not do this, because that's going to hurt. Okay, that don't feel good. Okay, if you do these and this happens, you're training wrong. Let's say most guys, sometimes they have a lot of fat around the lower part of the chest. They're doing this exercise to get this area. You change the direction. What you don't hit single arm or two, right? Exactly. I do this. I come here, I push through and rotate. Once I push through here and turn it over, the chest is now contracting. Here to here, punching, push through. Squeeze the chest first. Everything starts with chest squeezing. Squeeze the chest, pull through the chest. Squeeze, push through. Contract, think here, squeeze here. That's how you get in there. Change the angle from here to here. Change the angle, all right? But again, open palm. Another chest exercise like bowling, okay? Stepping here, lock the arm, squeeze the chest, push through. Push through the chest. Same thing, changing the angle, okay? Don't get stuck with this. That's more ways to train the chest. motion, angles. The reason behind the small, the medium, and the large. I use the small ball because if you look at the circle of the arm, and when you squeeze it maximally, you get maximum contraction from the forearm. Everything in the gym, every barbell is one size, that size. You have trained your strength to that bar size because it has the same radius, okay? I want you to be able to make your hand stronger, make the forearm stronger by making the size change. The smaller it is, the stronger it is. The least strong, it's not as strong. Okay? It's strong, but to make it stronger, you have to open it up more and more. So when you open it up and do the same exercise, okay, you get more muscle activation in the forearm. Small gets less, bigger gets a little bit more forearm activation. The larger one gives you maximum, okay? So you're strengthening your hand grip, okay? Strengthening the grip by using different sizes. So all the sizes are great. You can use any size because you're not squeezing, you're holding. It just stays like that. So any size works. Again, shoulder exercises they're only 3 pretty much. If you're going to be training your shoulders, you're either going to use a pressing action, okay? So you use the same thing. If it's comfortable, all right? You can do shoulder presses if you like. You know, I like to do if I'm doing shoulders, I don't really like to use these for shoulders pressing because it's not a power movement. Shoulder presses are power exercises. So for shoulders, when I don't have to do power, I will utilize them just for sculpturing exercise like shoulder raises, those, you know what I mean? Again, the kickback, all these different things for the shoulders. But again, fly action, cable stuff. So you're not using, you can't make up any exercises. You have to use the normal. Yeah, whatever you did with this, you can do with these. The thing is, the payoff, you don't have to train heavy to get results. And when I want you to train for your wrist, flexibility, power in the hand, forearm training, I do these actions. If you train the forearms, you're using that, and you do the same motion, it's all the muscles together. When you train with these, if I want to train, for example, this finger, 2 fingers connection, this finger here motion, training my forearm will allow me to train that muscle, right? I change the position, okay? Now I can train this muscle, okay? You change the position, you know, it's just a matter, now we're way down here on this muscle. So you're training different muscles attached to the forearm, not just this old school, that's old, bar, training this. Well, let me just train it with this one. Or let me train this one with that one. That's a muscle I have to train too. Same thing, train different muscles, okay? You can, listen, but you can still use this, you know? Don't stop doing the big stuff, power stuff, but use this to go to the single muscle first. Now here's the thing, the biggest thing is, it's like we talk about a car. It's like having the keys to a car. Once you know that this grip isolates this, gives more contraction to every other muscle that you're training, then you can train that muscle any way you want to, okay? I say when I'm training with these, I like to start off with 10 reps between, for example, this exercise for this outer head of the tricep. Once I do 3 sets, okay, of this, 3 sets of this, and that, it's fatigued, the muscle's tired. Once it gets tired, I don't want to contract it. So I want to contract it some more. So I'm going to continue to go between the fingers to train this one muscle because now it's tired. But now I want to help it, okay? It's about making sure I get maximum contraction. When you come and train, you grab this bar and you do this exercise, okay? You do that. I do that. You guys do that. You do that to get bigger arms. Why would the women want to do the same exercise? when you can say, okay, you want to train this, then train this muscle alone first by having the power ball, putting it between the middle finger, doing the same exercise. I'm only training this muscle, and I'm using light weight. The muscle's contracting, it's being trained, but when you have, let's see, where's that rope? When you have the rope, that one, you're using 1 plate or 2 plates. You're using heavy weight. You're training heavy weight to make this tight. It's trying to grow because you're training heavy, all right? I want you to train that muscle light so the muscle can get tighter and harder without trying to grow. Lightweight resistance training. We did this on the cable machine. I also have them on exercise bands too. Exact same thing, they're on here. When I'm at home, okay? Same thing at home. Resistance training is perfect. You can use them on here too. Get some of these round hangers. You can clip more. You can use these bands as well. This is just a resist. This and this, same thing. It's just resistance. But the thing about it is, again, like I said, it's knowing what these do. The benefit of utilizing an open grip, form isolation, direct muscle stimulation, muscle contract. Now you look at an exercise that you normally do, you think about it differently because now you can utilize it and attack that one muscle. The thing is, you're not going to be using heavy weight. You can't. Now the other thing is, it's about the type of training. This is about shaping the chain, shaping your body, shaping the muscle. This is when you start using cables, lightweight and contraction, not force, okay? So these are like, these same exercises are like rehabilitation exercises, physical therapy exercises, okay? One of the exercises I do when people have shoulder problems, right? This is one of the exercises you see when you have a shoulder injury, or even if you train in shoulders. You've done this before. You attach this and you pull, okay? That is one exercise. If you're healthy, you're just training you're training your shoulders, right? If you're injured, then you're rehabbing the same exercises they give you to rehab. When you do this exercise, and once again, now you learn something, okay? This is what you learn. When you make the fists, the power starts here, okay? The same exercise or rehab, to do this, to pull this out, you have to create power here and pull it out just to work the shoulder muscle. Got it? With the grip. Okay. Now, if you were training the shoulder, doing that exercise, you know what to do, right? Let me take this one out the way. Spaghetti. Okay, I'll hold it. That's the wind out exercise, normal and natural. The weight resistance is first felt right here because that's where the power starts. But we're trying to exercise or rehab a shoulder problem. Now, by simply taking the forearm, I want you to hold it like that now. Hold it like that. Squeeze it. Now, the same exercise, I want you to pull. What are you feeling now? It goes from the forearm right to the shoulder. In fact, I'm pulling too hard. I'm sorry. There we go. Right to the shoulder. You don't have, and you're training the shoulder, right? It goes here, not here now. Okay, but see, that's the whole idea. When you're trying to change that grip, take that power out of the full. This is just so easy now because it's another joint. You pull here, you feel it right there. You take the other one, and you pull it here, you go here first. The type of resistance that you have doing the circle motions, okay, making circle motions, it's all in the shoulder. When you pull from here, it's here. One of the shoulder rotation exercises is this one here. All you're doing is rotating, right? Small circle, the larger circle, just to get a joint, to free up your joint. Okay, 2 fingers and rotate. Now you can actually pull away from you, more resistance, and then small circle, large circle rotation. You feel it directly in the joint. That's perfect. Now take it just slightly up higher. There we go. Now you can feel the tendon in the shoulder actually kick in. Okay? Again, this is more physical rehab. Okay? Because so many people have shoulder problems. So how do you, rotations. There you go. Okay? That's how we got to do this. So if you're home with these or you have clients that you're training, When they go home, there's, like I do, I lay in bed, I watch TV, put the band on my foot, start curling, watching TV. Just lay down and just training my shoulders, drinking my beer, feeling good, but I'm exercising, okay? I do, you know, that's why I say you can do resistance bands everywhere. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to tell you is that it's just the way you use these. The purpose is you don't have to use the weight. You get to concentrate on the muscle. And when you put together a training workout, so if I was going to come into the gym and I did not want to work with barbells and dumbbells and train one muscle, okay, I'm going to show you what I do because I don't train anymore. I got to start. I want to warm up. Maybe it's Monday morning after the weekend. Okay, I'm going to do some stretches here just to stretch out the body, right? Multiple angles, stretching out my core, resistance training, stretching out my back, resistance training, okay? All these different exercises just to loosen my body up, all right? Once I do the whole body like that, okay, first of all, I got to go to work. I don't have a whole lot of time. I don't have time to sit down and do curls. Then I finish my curls. I got to come over here and I got to chew my back. Okay. Then I go over here and I do something else. I do it all right here. I stand in here. I start back training. All right. So this is typical back training. I can do that here. I can do it over here, sitting down or standing up. Typical back training. So I do that. Now I want to train my triceps. I don't stop. Now I want to train my arms. I don't stop. Now I want to squat with it. I'm resistance squatting. Okay? Now I want to lunge with it. Resistance lunging. Training my legs. Okay? Step outs. Different portions of the body. All these different exercises create a combination workout. You can do it fast for cardio. You do it slow for precision. You come in. I want to do my triceps. Maybe I want to do my biceps now. Okay, then maybe I want to do some shoulder swings, torso up here, abdominal movements, turning the body, resistance training. I want to do crunches. I want to do single crunches. Up here, my serratises. All these different exercises right here. Okay, if it's not heavy enough, make it heavy, and then it's like, okay, okay, now let's do heavy. I don't want to do that. If I want to do heavy, I'll go over there and grab some barbell. I want muscle contraction. I want ladies, young guys, kids, everybody to come in, train your whole body. If you're 8 years old or you're 80 years old, you are as strong as this one plate will allow you to be. That's all you need. All right? Trainers, create your own exercises. I'm putting you in charge, putting you in power. So when you're training somebody and you tell them, listen, understand, when you train in this position, you're doing your bicep. If you want to train just the top, you train it here. Stay right there. This is where you're training, okay? If you want to make this bicep move more, rotation. Turn it over, let the bicep move, okay? Rotation. You don't get rotation and movement by doing this movement. Okay? Shape the bicep. Start shaping. That's how we create shape. So when you think about rotation, think about the muscle that you're training moving. When you rotate, move. Something's moving. If I want to do my abdominals, standing here, again, everybody does sit-ups. Train your abdominals. I train my abdominals like this. Right here. That's it. Abdominals move this much. That's it. When you do this, now you're praying. Okay, I'm not praying. That's it. That's abdominal training. Grab it to here, lock the arms. That's it. Think of it just as half. Step aside. That's it. These muscles, serratises, are moving this much. When you see people do this, like, oh God. You go from here, done. back problem. Reach up, grab the ball, kneel down, okay? You want to train these three little, we call them bodybuilding, we call them fingers, serratuses, right there. How do you train the serratuses? You blow the air out. That's it. I can do this, I can do more. You know, that's okay. You just don't worry about it. But why? Rotate. That's it. The abs move that much. When you train your back, okay, the whole back, you see the whole motion. You see the whole motion. From here it is, boom. You're pulling. The back training is, that's it. All of this is arms, biceps, triceps, back. That's all I'm doing. Down here, that's it. Okay? Shorten it up. Think smart. If you want to do the full, when you get from here to here, is because now you want to pull the weight just to make it look good, right? Wow. Ooh. Right? Leaning off to the side, boom. Okay? You can still go right there. Back. Or full range. Full range, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Relax, rotation, squeeze. By rotating, the back muscles move. Okay? You're making the back muscles move. When you do this, nothing's moving. One direction. Here, the whole back is moving. That's why we ask you to do this. And if you have a certain shape, you want to train the way you look, right? A lot of guys, you train heavy, you pull heavy, you look heavy, okay? You can train the back and be shapely by moving. Watch this. I'm training my back. I'm in this position, but now when I move my body and twist out, okay, I'm creating shape. Shape. Create the shape. Your body goes like this now. It turns. Create your shape. Not just this. Not just this. Shape. Turn. Pull. Beauty is here, here, here. All angles. That's the important part. Train for shape with cables. You train with lightweight to create shape. Heavyweight, you create mass and power. Remember, when I had you doing this, I would have you start, for example, the answer to your question is you choose your reps. Let your muscles tell you how many you can do. Because when you isolate, for example, nope. When you isolate this exercise, once you do so many reps, stimulation is there, okay? You can't do no more. So then you say, I don't have to do but 5. 5 is enough. Why? Because I want to contract 5. Because the goal is full contraction. How many times? Depends. This is about each rep, full contraction, maximum blood flow. I want to get maximum blood in my muscle. And I want to force it in slowly. That's why I use a lighter weight, more reps, because it allows me to add more reps, add more blood. I do sets. I do, just like you do your normal workout, I do 4 sets, okay? 10 reps between each finger, 4 sets of 10. Boom, 10, 10, 10, switch hands, 10, 10, 10, 1 set. 4 sets. Move on. We want to make sure that whoever's training, they are in control. So, sounds crazy, but I don't want a trainer to say to me, 10 more reps. Why? Okay? It's maximum stimulated with 5 reps. Why do I need 10? Because everybody's muscle, it will stimulate faster, some slow, some fast. You know, I don't know. See, as long as we got that muscle stimulated, we won, we're there. How many you do, depends on how many you want to do. More is not better. Listen to your body. You know, when the muscle fatigues, it's time, if the muscle's telling you, I'm tired, okay? Stop. Because you already reached the point. You're done. Now it's overkill. Unless, of course, you're trying to train power training and fatigue, you know, so many different ways to train. I mean, like I said, you can do everything you always did with these. Every exercise. I think these are just better. Yeah, I think what happens is when you use these, once you exercise with these and you feel what happens to the muscle, then you know. And when you do this, you're not getting less training. For example, if I was to, if I was to put the bar down here, give you the bar, pull it down, okay? Easy, easy. You can go to sleep and do that, okay, with the bar. If I take these, same exercise, but these, you're gonna be right here. You're gonna feel the same thing. It's like, wow, that's what I want you to see. Your weight is cut in half. Cut in half. You gotta try it. You gotta try it. All right? And the way we're trying to do is when we take the muscle that you think is the bicep muscle, and then you open it up, train this portion, train that portion, train that portion, you create a different muscle quality. Yeah, but from a training concept, the point is this: you get to train multiple exercises, something different. No barbells, no dumbbells, cable resistance, quality training, fast training, slow training, isolation. You control it. You make up your own workout. Benefits, like I said, I do this to strengthen your hands, power in your hands. Because we train mostly hands, upper body, I do the same exercises, thinking the same way with the same muscles when I train my feet. Okay? Feet and hands, same thing. Your calf muscle, right? There's so many muscles in your calves, just like the muscles in your forearm. When you train your calves, all you do is flat, like your hands, okay? And you push up, right? And all the muscles in the calf is working. But when I come in, I tell you, I've made these smaller on bands like this that you literally put between your toe, okay? And you flex each toe. By flexing each toe, I can flex here, train this muscle, train this muscle, train this muscle, all separately, just like the fingers here. When you flex, train it here. I can train here by itself by flexing. I can train here by flexing by itself. Well, I can't with my shoes on. But when I'm flexing here, I can flex here. I can flex this muscle here by itself. Okay? When I come up to the front, I can train this by flexing my toes just like that. So I can take my calf muscle, train individual muscles, not just this. Okay? That's all we have. Calf raises, all the muscles work together. Same as your hand. Close the fist, all the muscles work together. Open the toes, flex, you can flex back. It's only quad exercise I've been able to see because you don't really train quads on cables. Okay? So it's really nothing you really can do but add weight like you were doing on the video. I do certain exercises that allow me to, you know, I can do the pulls with weight to pull this way, or I do reverse squats, okay? Train my hamstrings and squat by pulling down this way and pull down on the weight. The action is down, not up, because you're pulling the weight down, okay? But you've got to be creative. If you can create a way to train, you can train. See, all this, these cable workouts are designed to create the muscle, to see the muscle. It's preparing the muscle, okay? See, this comes from training, from bodybuilding, off-season training, using barbells and dumbbells. We train it for size, we train it for power. When we get ready for a competition, 4 weeks before, we stop that. We use cables, because now I want to see this muscle. I want to see the separation in this muscle. When I move that arm like this, I want to create separation between the muscle. When I'm training with this heavy stuff, nothing's moving, okay? Nothing's moving, all right? Cables allow you to rotate, move, separation. So this is a special workout. So when you guys, especially you and you, when you put a program together that says, I'm going to take this body, we're going to train this body a certain way, we are going to develop the round shoulders, you're going to see this muscle, you're going to see separation between here, you have to use cables. You have to use this. And it's all rotation. It's all squeezing. It's almost the punching. Okay? It's punching. Make the muscles move. Make them roll over. That's what it's all about. Got it? It's like, I can't tell you anymore. This is so new. Once you do it and you get the effect, then you're going to ask yourself, why am I trying to lift 15, 30 kilos when I can do the same thing with 5? And ladies, with the fingernails, you don't have to break your nails. Yeah, manicure, say your manicures. It's perfect. And they're yours. You know, no man can use them, no sweat. Just your sweat. Very clean. And how to use those to get the result. And once you guys get it, start working with it and feel it,